Wombats are fascinating creatures, known for their unique way of marking their territory. One of the most surprising things about wombats is the shape of their feces. They produce cube-shaped poop. It may seem odd at first, but there's a scientific explanation behind this strange phenomenon. To understand why wombats produce cube-shaped feces, we need to explore their anatomy, their behavior, and the role their poop plays in their daily life. The first thing to consider is how wombats' digestive systems are structured. Wombats are marsupials, which means they are related to kangaroos, koalas, and other creatures that carry their babies in pouches. But unlike some of these other marsupials, wombats have a relatively slow digestive process. Their stomachs are adapted to extract as many nutrients as possible from the tough plants they eat, such as grasses and roots. This can take a long time, up to 14–18 hours, which is much slower than most other animals. One of the key factors in the cube-shaped poop is the structure of the wombat's intestines. Wombats have very long and highly specialized intestines that help them process their food. As food travels through the intestines, the walls of the intestines absorb moisture and nutrients from the food. The result is that the waste becomes more solid and compact as it moves further down the digestive tract. But here's the interesting part. The intestines are not evenly shaped. The last section of the wombat's intestines is where the magic happens. The walls of this section are uneven, with different sections having different levels of elasticity. This means that the feces is molded into a cube shape as it moves through the intestines. The process that leads to the formation of cube-shaped poop is called segmenting. As the waste moves along the intestines, it is compressed and segmented into cubes. The uneven tension in the intestines causes the poop to take on this unusual form, ensuring that the feces is solid and well-formed by the time it leaves the body. You may wonder why wombats go through the trouble of making cube-shaped poop. The main reason is related to their territorial behavior. Wombats, like many animals, are very territorial. They use scent marking as a way of claiming and defending their territory from other wombats. In the wild, wombats need to communicate with each other about where they live and how much space they need. Their poop plays a key role in this communication. The cube shape is perfect for this purpose because it doesn't roll away easily. If a wombat were to leave round droppings like most animals, the poop would easily roll away, especially if it's left on a slope or in a windy area. This would make it harder for the wombat to mark its territory effectively. But with cube-shaped feces, the poop stays put exactly where it's dropped. This makes it easier for other wombats to smell it and recognize the boundaries of the territory. The cubes act like little signposts that say, "This is my area." In addition to staying put, the shape of the feces allows wombats to leave more of their scent in a smaller area. Because the poop is compact and does not roll away, the scent is concentrated in the same spot. This is a more efficient way for wombats to leave their mark compared to animals that produce round or irregularly shaped feces. By leaving their cube-shaped poop on logs, rocks, or other prominent spots, wombats can communicate their presence to other wombats and warn them to stay away. Wombats are solitary creatures that tend to avoid direct contact with one another, except during mating seasons. Because of this, it is important for them to establish clear territorial boundaries. The cube-shaped poop is their way of doing this. Wombats will typically deposit their feces on high, visible locations such as rocks, fallen logs, or dirt mounds. These locations help the scent travel more effectively, allowing it to reach other wombats in the area. In fact, wombats are so dedicated to marking their territory with their poop that they often leave several piles of feces in key locations. This creates a territorial marker network across their home range, ensuring that other wombats know where their territory begins and ends. The scent from the feces contains chemicals that are specific to each individual wombat, helping to identify who the territory belongs to. Interestingly, wombats are also known to be somewhat neat about their feces. They tend to place their poop in specific spots and are less likely to defecate in random locations. This habit helps to keep their territory clearly defined and organized. The cube-shaped poop, therefore, serves a dual purpose. It marks their territory and keeps it neat and recognizable to others. The cube-shaped feces also plays a role in wombat communication beyond territorial marking. For example, the scent of the feces can help wombats identify each other's presence. Wombats have a keen sense of smell, and they rely on this sense to gather information about other wombats in the area. By smelling the poop, they can learn about the sex, age, and reproductive status of other wombats. This is especially important during the mating season, when wombats may come into closer proximity to each other. Additionally, the shape and placement of their feces can provide clues about their health and diet. For instance, if a wombat is producing feces that is too loose or too dry, it could be a sign of digestive issues or an imbalance in their diet. Because of this, researchers studying wombats may pay attention to their feces as a way of monitoring the health of the population. The cube-shaped poop of wombats also plays a role in the broader ecosystem. For example, wombats are important diggers, and their waste can help fertilize the soil. As they leave their cube-shaped feces in different areas, they contribute to the nutrient cycle by enriching the soil with organic matter. This, in turn, helps to maintain the health of the plants they rely on for food. Another interesting ecological aspect of wombat feces is that it can provide food for other animals. While wombat poop is not a primary food source for many creatures, some species of insects, such as dung beetles, will feed on it. These insects help break down the feces, which accelerates the decomposition process and further contributes to the nutrient cycle. Wombats' cube-shaped feces are one of the many unique and intriguing aspects of these remarkable creatures. The shape of their poop is not just a quirky oddity. It is an important adaptation that helps wombats mark their territory, communicate with each other, and thrive in their environment. By producing compact, cube-shaped droppings that don't roll away, wombats ensure that their territorial boundaries remain clear and effective. This unusual adaptation demonstrates how animals evolve to meet their specific needs, and it adds to the rich tapestry of nature's many wonders. In the end, wombats' cube-shaped poop is a testament to the ingenuity of evolution, helping these marsupials survive and navigate their world in a way that no other animal does.